Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Right now at 6, the local forecasters tracking storms that could bring downpours and some dangerous winds. New information on when things could get serious coming up in just a moment. But we're going to begin here at 6 with breaking news out of Grand Rapids, where people are reacting to the disturbing video of the deadly police shooting of a black man.
It shows an officer struggling with Patrick Leoya over a taser, then shooting him in the head. Sean Lay is live in Grand Rapids, where a demonstration there is growing. Sean.
Well, a demonstration right in the center of town here in Grand Rapids in the name of Patrick Leoya, who was shot and killed by that Grand Rapids police officer during that traffic stop and struggle. Folks here shouting his name, telling people to remember his name, but also calling for the abolishment of the Grand Rapids Police Department, at least from this group's view. Look, mounting pressure on Grand Rapids city leaders and on the police to release the video that they did today. 9 different videos that they have of this incident. They released it and then they were reacting to what we all saw. Take a look.
Unfortunately, I'm here today because our city is now added to the list of cities across the country where another African-American man has died as a result of the use of lethal force with the interaction of law enforcement.
Grand Rapids City Manager Mark Washington, the Oversight Director for the city, Brandon Davis, and the Police Chief, Eric Winstrom, all sending their condolences to the family of 26-year-old Patrick Leoya.
And given the history of our country, when a life, particularly the life of a black man, is lost during an interaction with law enforcement, there's a great deal of emotion, frustration, and anger.
Stay in the car!
April 4th, just after 8 in the morning, a 7-year veteran of the Grand Rapids Police Department stopped Leoya for having the wrong plate on a vehicle. Leoya tries to run. The officer and Leoya struggle for more than 2 minutes. No backup is there. Leoya has his hands on the officer's taser, according to police. At the very end, the officer is seen on top of Leoya. The officer pulls his firearm. A single fatal shot is fired into the back of Leola's head. Michigan State Police now investigating this deadly use of force. After days of demands to release the video of the shooting, the chief vowing full transparency into the shooting.
It's an absolute tragedy. It's heartbreaking. It's been a difficult time internally for the police department.
Back here live, we watched as various parts of downtown were fenced off by work crews. Also, there's snowplow trucks all around this plaza. This is Rosa Parks Plaza here downtown in preparation for any protest that may grow and take to the streets then. Right now over here, you can see one business has been boarded up with a barricade here, and the group looks like it is now going to start into the street with their protests. Also, I can tell you, we've been around town all day long. Some people working downtown, actually quite a few, telling us that they were cut loose early by their employers, saying to go home in preparation for any protests after the release of the video. And again, a few of the downtown shops also closing early today, as we're now seeing folks take to the streets after this video was released. We're live in Grand Rapids at this hour. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Looks like everything is peaceful right now, though, Sean. Hopefully it stays that way. We appreciate it very much. Well, tonight we're hearing from leaders across this state. Detroit State Senator Marshall Bullock, chairman of the Michigan Legislative Black Caucus, called for justice and demanded accountability and transparency. He writes, quote, "As a father, a son, and a brother, I am devastated for the Leoya family. As a black man, I am angry, scared, outraged, and completely frustrated that we are yet again revisiting a tragedy that occurs too often in the black community," end quote.
We are continuing to gather reaction on clickondetroit.com. You can find all of our coverage right there on the homepage.
All right, turning now to the weather forecast. Our team monitoring the storms that are headed our way.
So let's head over to Paul with the latest information on what's coming our way. Paul.
Yeah, unfortunately, the storms are still several hours away. So right now, we just have garden variety rain in the area that I will show you in a moment. But for those of you who just are thinking about maybe that after dinner walk, if the rain has ended where you are, it's in the 60s right now. And notice these temperatures are the same as the dew points. So the humidity is 100%. It is very soggy out there, both on the ground and what it feels like in the air. So here you see we have this band of rain. Again, it's more scattered now than it was earlier, progressing eastward. So you can see that we're going to get into a bit of a break as we head into the next few hours. But just when you thought it was safe to come out of the house, we have more of this stuff back to the west. Not seeing a lot of lightning down here right now, and I think that's because of a big severe weather outbreak down south. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes, talk about how those storms down south may save us tonight. But the real threat tonight is just the small chance for an isolated wind gust to 60 miles per hour. I think everything else, hail, flooding, tornado activity, very, very low. So I think we'll get through this night in pretty good shape. But we'll break it down for you in more detail in a few minutes. Don't forget the Local Forecasters app has real-time radar. Even if it's not raining here, but there's big storms like there are down south right now, you can just pan and zoom the real-time radar with your finger and look at storms elsewhere. Just go to the App Store, or easier, just put your smartphone right up to the screen here, scan the QR code, it takes you right to the spot where you can download our free app. See you back here in a few minutes, guys.
A Detroit homeowner says she's had water problems for months, and it's all tied to this sinkhole. She says using the bath, toilets, doing laundry, it's all become a big issue. Sinkhole first popped up in an alley near her home on Edison Street, Detroit's historic Boston-Edison neighborhood, last summer. Victor Williams is there right now, and Victor, city says it's up to her to pay for the repairs.
Devin, that is exactly what the city is saying. The homeowner, on the other hand, is pointing her finger at the Water and Sewage Department for not taking care of this sinkhole in a timely manner. As you can see, it's been boarded up. The city, however, in the meantime, has an explanation of what they believe is going wrong.
We went to flush a toilet and was like, okay, why is it not going out?
Helen Gell says she can't use the restroom, wash clothes, or take random showers because of a sinkhole on her sewer line.
We can take showers, but we have to alternate days.
The issue started in August of last year, but in January, the problem became significantly worse, not allowing her to properly use water in her own home.
It's been very frustrating that I live in this gorgeous area, have a nice, beautiful house, and I'm roughing it like I'm camping.
The Detroit Water and Sewage Department, however, says the problem isn't caused by the sinkhole. The problem is causing the sinkhole. It's all due to clay pipes going bad.
Essentially, their sewer line connecting to the public sewer is sinking off our public sewer. So it's causing sewage to go in underground, and then causing the alley to sink.
I said there's probably 50-some sinkholes in the historic Boston-Edison that we've been trying to get fixed. I mean, the alleys are degrading, and they're causing this problem.
If that's true, ultimately the city will fix the problem. Unfortunately, in this case, it's believed Helen is responsible for the $20,000 repair. Until that happens, the sinkholes are being filled and covered. At the end of the day, Helen says it's not just about her, but the overall safety of the neighborhood.
We've got children in the area. We've got animals in the area. If somebody falls into that, who knows?
And obviously, Helen is going to be looking for ways to find a solution to this problem. We're told that the city, in order to prevent this from happening to other people, they're going to be starting a sewer line warranty program that will be launching this spring. In the Boston-Edison area, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Hope that helps. All right, Victor.
An elementary school student in police custody after allegedly shooting another student with a BB gun. Happened this afternoon at Shelters Elementary in Southgate. Police say an 11-year-old student brought the BB gun to school and it was fired during recess. One student was shot in the back and has a minor injury. Police say a resource officer was called and the child was taken into custody. Prosecutors will decide whether to pursue charges.
The parents of the suspect in the Oxford High School shooting are once again trying to get the judge to reduce their bond. Attorneys for James and Jennifer Crumbly filed a motion asking for their bond to be dropped from $500,000 to $100,000. According to the Detroit Free Press, attorneys argue the Crumbly parents are not a safety risk and say the two did not know their son would carry out the shooting. Crumblys, as you know, are charged with involuntary manslaughter.
All right, we have a neighborhood crime alert from downriver. Police say a dangerous TikTok challenge is now hitting close to home. It involves Orbeez. They're small little gel-like pellets shot out of guns like this one. And now a Southgate woman says she was hit while she waited for ice cream. Megan Woods is live in Southgate tonight with a warning from police tonight. Megan.
Yeah, it happened right here in front of this walk-up Dairy Queen, and it's all caught on camera. Take a look.
I get it's a prank, but it's not a fun one. Not for a walk-up Dairy Queen.
The video is a little grainy, but the jaw-dropping shock and confusion on the face of these two women are clear. And the co-owner of this Southgate Dairy Queen, Devin Paquette, isn't too happy about it, especially after hearing it may be connected to a TikTok challenge.
The downside is somebody can get hurt in that process. You know, we have little kids that come up here with their parents, kids that walk up here from the community, and we just want everybody to be safe.
The video timestamp shows the incident happened April 7th around 8:15 in the evening. Paquette says it was a busy night and they didn't hear about it until they saw a post on Facebook. That's when she went back to look at the footage.
We saw the car pull up. They got stuck at the light. When the light went green, we see two flashes in the camera, and the camera that sits on this side, and flew by, and then the girls turn around and they're mouths hanging open.
She says it's her first time hearing about this challenge, but it may not be the first time it's spotted in Southgate.
We've actually got a few kids that work here when we found out about it telling us, oh yeah, we'll have a track practice and somebody will pull up and start shooting these things at kids and then take off.
And one of the two women that were hit here at this Dairy Queen filed a police report with Southgate Police, and they are investigating. They ask if you have any information to contact them. Live in Southgate, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
Okay, Megan, thank you.